Good Tuesday, everyone. Tov Yom Shalishi in Hebrew. The sun is not yet set. It's still Tuesday, Iyar 18, Yom Shalishi. And in just 9 more days, it will be Ascension Day, the last and 40th day since the Messiah's resurrection. Book of Acts reports that he was seen for 40 days after his resurrection, and today is the 31st day of him being seen. You can see all that in your calendars. You look at the top left-hand corner, you'll see a little man figure there. Those represents the days that the Messiah had been seen. Last time on 10-Minute Tuesday, Gleaning in the Word, we talked a bit about remaining strong through adversity, tribulation, or afflictions. We remain standing, trusting, relying on God, that He would keep us by His saving grace as we trek through every station on life's road, having our fuel full of faith to endure until the end, knowing that the salvation of the Lord promised to never leave us nor forsake us, even unto the end of the age. That means that He is daily saving us and cleansing us from our sin. For He forever liveth to make intercession for the saints, for His Pela ones, His set apart ones. So as He said, let not your heart be troubled, nor let it be afraid. We are being upheld by His strong arms and held secure in His right hand. Proverbs 3:5 says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. What does it mean to lean on something? Ultimately, leaning on something has to do with trusting whatever it is that you're leaning on to support you. It's like a crutch, for example, to keep you from falling, something to comfort you, to uphold you. So not leaning on your own finite understanding is to lean on God and His infinite, unmeasurable understanding. We are told not to trust in our own reasoning or logic as to why things happen in life, but to know that the sovereign, the transcendent, the only wise God, faithful and true, is running this whole show, and that all things are going the way that He has planned and purposed them to go. That is the good as well as the bad. And as Yeshua prayed for us in that garden, He prayed that the Father not take us out of this world, but keep us by His own name and hand from the evil of this world. Our thoughts are not His thoughts. He is high above our understanding. God sees the end of a thing from the beginning and everything in between all at once. There are times when we might feel discomforted because of something that didn't go the way we wanted to, or something tragic happened in our lives. Sometimes we may want to say, Lord, can this cup pass from us? But it was needful for us to have to go through various storms. Why? Not necessarily for our own good, but for somebody else. Someone is going to see our faith and find strength to make it through their own afflictions. You never know who's watching you or who's listening to you. It could be people you've never met in your life, but may have observed your handling of certain situations, or maybe someone shared your testimony with others. We never know how our faith can impact someone else. That's why we have to be careful how we handle things being seen in public, being believers of the God of ordered steps. The Bible says the steps of the good are ordered by God. We don't know why God has some go through more than others, or someone is more successful at things than others. We all just have to learn to wait on the Lord and trust in Him. Like Paul said, whatever state I find myself in, I must learn to be content. Now, there's nothing wrong with being prosperous or prospering oneself, growing in wisdom or education. In 3 John chapter 1, verse 2 says, Beloved, I pray that in all things thou may prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospers. What we have to do is be careful that it doesn't turn into obsession or envy or lust, even jealousy. Some people find themselves going bankrupt just trying to compete with others. all the while drifting further and further in their relationship with God. So you never know who's watching you. Someone could have been thinking about giving up, but you let your light of hope shine. And during your tribulation, you caused them to hold on another day. You unknowingly saved a brother or sister in the faith. How? By the way you responded in certain situations. Proverbs 3:5 says again, trust in the Lord. Lean not on your own understanding, your own reasoning, but lean on Yah. It is He that will support you. He is our strength. He will uphold us all. Isaiah 41:10. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God, your Elohim, your mighty one. I like that word Elohim as it refers to our God. The word El is the singular form of God, but Elohim is a plural form. That's that added I am at the end. That's what makes it plural. Yet we understand and we know that our God is one. Other nations, they referred to their gods as Elohim because they had many different gods. They had a God for everything. They had a God for the weather, a God for the crops, a God for family, a God for healing, God for everything, prosperity, all of these different things. That's a bunch of gods, hence Elohim. When a certain situation arises, they had to go through all their gods to find the one, that idol, whichever idol it was that pertained to that particular need. So you can imagine how they carried around all these idols. And you actually saw that in the story of Jacob and Rachel when she took her father's gods. Our God is the one true God. He is God over everything. He's all in one. He's our healer. Yahuwah Rapha, Yahuwah Yireh, Yahshua. He's our salvation. He's everything. All we need is Him. He is Yahuwah Elohim, the great I am that. Isaiah 41:10. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. Yah says that He is our God. He is actually putting His reputation on the line. So you can be assured without a shadow of a doubt that He will save us. In Ezekiel chapter 20 and verse 9, He says He's going to ultimately deliver the people and save the people for His name's sake, not basically because of them, but because of His own name's sake. Yah says His name is Yahshua. He will save. Ezekiel says that He will deliver them for His name's sake so that His name is not discredited among the heathen. Salvation made a promise to us, a declaration, and sealed it in the blood of the Lamb. He said, until the end of the age. Isaiah 41 goes on to say, I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. So we don't lean on or uphold ourselves, not by our own strength. We lean on Him. He is our support, our comforter, our strong wall of protection, our upholder. When you think about something to lean on or uphold you, one could think of a cane or a crutch or even a wall to lean on, which are all pictures of Him. In biblical times, it was a staff or the rod. In Hebrew, the word is 4294 in the Hebrew Strong's Concordance. It's a staff or a rod. Listen to this. It's a branch. Hello, Yahshua. It also can refer to one's tribe affiliation. The rod/staff is used on a journey. You already know about the shepherd. Something to lean on for support, upholding the weary. Again, hello, Yahshua. For He, again, is our upholder. He's our rod and our staff. He's our protection. He's our correction. All these things can be used with a staff. He is the staff, the rod, which comforts me in Psalm 23. It's all about Yahshua. He's the branch of Zechariah 3 and verse 8. Also in Jeremiah 23, verse 5 through 8, which I'll read. The Bible says, behold, in Jeremiah 23, verse 5, It says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch. And we all know who that branch is. That's Yeshua, another staff. That's another name for a staff. Goes on to say in verse 6, in his day Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely. And this is his name whereby he shall be called, the Lord our righteousness. That is Yahuwah Zadokenu. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that they shall no more say, the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of Egypt. But they shall say, the Lord liveth which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country, and from all countries where he had driven them. And they shall dwell in their own land. Now again, this has not happened yet. This is not referring to the current modern Israel that you know of. This will happen by the branch, the rod, the Messiah. It will be a land populated with people that have been saved by the Lamb, the Son of God. This is 10 Minute Tuesday.